quick run through of the code and how everything works. So starting off, we have two print lines. They're just introducing the code, how it works. All you have to do is have a directory or folder with both the program and the text file you would like to use with it. It's going to create a variable called, so you have to have your text file called notes.txt just so the whole program can read it. So down here we're calling upon the file reader function, and what this is going to do is just going to look in the directory that your program is running for the file named notes.txt. If you wanted to, you could go into the code and change this to whatever. Like if you want a special name for your notes or your music notes, you could change that, but notes.txt is just really simple, so that's why I set it to. So what this helps, this line variable just helps read through the text file that you submitted just line by line, so everything doesn't get all jumbled up and when it outputs. So down here, just printing out the line variable, so it's going to print out what the program read from your text file. It's going to spit out on a new line. I then converted this into a variable. This is actually not necessary. This was for an earlier version of the code. I just never took it out, so I can just comment that out. This is the whole user part, so we're going to call upon scanner. It's going to ask you to input the note you want to upscale. If you're going to input it, it's going to save it as a variable under the name of C. It's going to ask you what you would like to upscale to. I'm going to save that under R. Then what it's going to do, it's going to run the replace string function, which how the replace string function, you just do string.replace, and then in parentheses, the first variable or the first letter or whatever you set it to is what you want to replace, and then the second one is what you're replacing it with. And then to end off the program, it's going to print output plus whatever the replace string was. And then at the bottom, if you're so if the program can't read, it can't find a notes.txt file in the directory, it's just going to print this. It's just going to say unable to open notes.txt, and then if the file is corrupted or just can't be opened, it's going to, like if it doesn't have read permissions, it's just going to say error reading this file. So quick run through the code. Going to introduce, this is what was in the notes.txt, just random letters I put in. So we're going to put in the note that we want to upscale, which we can do F, and then we can upscale it to, let's say, G. Now, as you can see, all the G's in here have been replaced by, all the F's in here have replaced by G's. Run again just to show like I'm not rigging it to only work with those two. Let's do E. We can upscale it to, let's just not even do a music note, just a random letter like Z. It's going to replace all the E's with Z's. It's very simple, but this is the idea that we came up with. It's simple, but it works. The original idea for the project was it was going to have a whole UI with a bunch of different buttons, just even simpler, but because the documentation was confusing and time restraints, I scrapped the whole previous project. Like, I can just show real quick what the original code looked like. So originally, there were two Java files, one that dealt with importing, just this real quick, and then this was the whole, this was just the whole UI. As you can see, it's really confusing. This is what it looked like originally. If it wants to load, it might crash because my computer's overheating because it doesn't like screen recording. But yeah, we just scrapped the whole idea for a UI. Yeah, so this is what the UI looked like. Also, window builder isn't that good in Eclipse. So I just said, okay, well, this isn't working. I just I create a whole new file. I was able to replicate what I was trying to do in the original program in like 10 minutes. So, yeah, that's basically the whole code. I don't have anything else to explain with it. So, hope you enjoyed.